gentlemen.
Hopefully.
We are back for the first time. We never went nowhere. This is not the second time we did this today. This is absolutely the first time. We did not have any audio issues before. This is the very first time we went live today. But as always, I'm joined with the big dog himself, Mr. B to the C, the beast.
My man, this is not the second time. What are you talking about? No, and you don't hear noise in the background as I'm trying to make sure we still have audio. What's poppin'?
What's poppin', guys? If you are here again, just go ahead and let us know if you guys can hear us. We just had, we're just making sure. We're just checking the audio. Make sure we're good. But no, we are here. We are back. We just had some issues with OBS. OBS cut out the audio track, and it was weird. We had to reboot. But no, we are here. We're here to talk about the reboot. Yes, it is. We're here to talk about all things Marvel, DC, and the world of entertainment. Before you guys could not hear us, we were talking about, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. We have the Variety article that came out. We have to talk about apes on horses.
No.
Apes on horses.
No, we are not King Sport Cow.
No, we're not.
We are not.
OBS is. The computer is. You never said we're professionals.
Sorry, I saw his message and I was like, no, not at the moment.
Not at the moment. We have apes on horses.
Apes on horses.
We have apes on horses. We have a little bit of echo.
That was dumb.
Echo. We have the very first Echo trailer that dropped this week.
This whole entrance thing, let's just go into it, man.
Nah, man. Because
we already did this.
I understand it, but they didn't hear it. Be a professional. You hear King Sport Cow.
Be a professional.
Be a professional.
Bro, we was off there. Oh, shoot. Hey, how professional is this? I left my door open. Hang on. You finish the intro. I'm going to close my door.
This is what happens, guys. But no, then we have a little bit of Gen V. We're going to be talking some Gen V, how that leads into season 4 of The Boys. We're going to wrap it up with the Loki stuff. But if there's anything that you guys want us to rap about, you guys know how this works. Go ahead and drop a message into the chat. Get us off track if you guys want us to segue. We'll segue depending on how you guys want us to segue. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and share, all that kind of cool stuff. BC is back. BC is back. Apple Godzilla.
Let's do it.
Apple Godzilla 2. They say talk about Apple Plus and the Godzilla stuff.
Oh, I hear Monarch is absolutely incredible.
Has it dropped? I haven't even checked.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Dropped yet.
And even more, I hear Godzilla -1 is one of the best things ever made.
That's the one I want to see. -1.
I cannot wait. I already got my tickets.
Yeah, that's going to be good. All right, so as we were saying before, Variety dropped this article earlier this week that kind of rattled everything. Let us know, like it pretty much was like an inside view of what we were talking about for the past few months as far as Marvel content, Disney content, people not watching, people not tuning in. They were talking about, hey, should we pivot? Should we replace Jonathan Majors? Is the king of it all working? Doctor Doom. Should we go to Doctor Doom? Should we resurrect the OG Avengers? Should we resurrect the OG Avengers? Now, some people are saying, no, keep on the path forward. Just own your mistakes. Keep on the path forward, what you guys are doing. Do not backtrack, because it looks like you guys are desperate if you guys do backtrack. Some people, they want to see Robert Downey Jr. again. Some people do, man. Some people want to see him. BC, you've had a chance to kind of peruse around that article. My first question to you is about the Avengers, the original Avengers. Should Marvel go back, get those 6 Avengers, or should they go back and select a few to bring back?
When you're at your mundane job, whatever your random mundane job is, right? And all your work is done. And you got nothing to do, and you're waiting the clock out. And your boss is like, hey, we need you to do something. You can't just sit here. Go sweep. Or, you get some busy work. And you just got to go do stuff that makes no sense. It's not helping anyone. It's just regurgitating stuff, something like that. This article was a really big deal. And to me, it felt like someone was told to do busy work, because all it is regurgitating everything that we've been saying for a year or 2 years or whatever it's been. It was just, hey, Marvel's in trouble. They're trying to fix things. Well, yeah, we knew that. Hey, they're thinking about bringing back the OG Avengers. Well, I always thought the OG Avengers were going to show up in Secret Wars. I never thought there was any chance that they don't fucking show up in Secret Wars. That's the whole point of Secret Wars. We get to have some fun with these people coming back again. All right, after we've built the whole universe without them, or another half of the universe without them, we get to have them back for a movie. I always thought that was going to happen. I never thought there was any chance it doesn't happen. So I don't know why we're all like, oh, this is brand new information. No, we've been saying all of this for a couple of years now. So yes, to answer your question, I 100% think that RDJ is coming back for Secret Wars. I 100% think Chris Evans is coming back. ScarJo is coming back. I think we're also going to get Tom Cruise as Iron Man. I think we're also going to get Chris Evans as the Human Torch in Secret Wars. I think we're getting it all.
I'm with you. I think about the biggest reason why this was such a big deal is because Variety. It was Variety that did it, right?
Well, Variety is a little late to the game.
And that's the thing. It's like, should we all care because Variety is now 6 months late to the party? We
already know.
We've all been saying
that Disney has been going quantity, not quality. We already know that Big Papa Iger has come in and said, we're going to go back to quality over quantity. We already know that he was setting up Kevin Feige to return to glory. You know? We knew this was coming, and the stuff we're watching now is not the new stuff still. This is still the old regime stuff that we're still watching.
Yeah.
We haven't even started on James Gunn's shit. What makes you think we're already starting on Bob Iger and Kevin Feige's reroute? No, we're not even there yet. We're still trying to get the stuff out that we're trying to finish with so we can slow it down and get Kevin Feige's vision back on track. It's going to take a couple years, but it's going to get back on track. I believe in Kevin Feige. I trust. And I get it. You know, there hasn't been a lot of news, so we got to do something. Well, let's put this big article up about Marvel and how it's not doing so well right now. No, Marvel is not at their A game right now. All right, they're slacking off. It's maybe it's senior year and they're just having a good time. They don't want to go to class today. All right, today's the day we don't want to class, but we're gonna graduate. Don't worry, we'll get there.
I really think, and it was to me beating a dead horse. I saw a meme the other day where it was Internet Explorer, the logo on the plane says, guys, I'm on my way to Area 51. I saw that last week. That was this article, right? It was like, okay, I get the joke, but we've already been discussing this stuff. We knew that at one point they were talking about Doctor Doom. We've all been saying they may pivot to Doctor Doom. We've already been saying, okay, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be coming back in some kind of capacity. We've already been saying that all of these Marvel shows that they threw on Disney Plus was to make Disney Plus a viable platform to give it original content.
It's just content.
It was just content. We've all been saying it. We've also been saying that the content has been pretty mediocre until we got Loki Season 2. I mean, Loki Season 2 has been a really nice breath of fresh air. So, yeah, I'm with you. I definitely do think they're now going to be under more pressure, for sure, if they do decide to bring back Robert Downey Jr., which I think that is the golden goose here, right? Scarlett Johansson, if they bring her back, cool, she might get a pop. but there's no bigger pop that you can bring.
I'll pop for ScarJo.
Sure, right?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Put ScarJo on TV, I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna say, "How you doing?"
But there's also a different kind of a pop. There is that The Rock returning to WrestleMania kind of pop.
Facts.
When you bring Robert Downey Jr. back into that Iron Man suit.
Yes.
Right? So, will he return? I definitely believe so. I think that it's going to be in Secret Wars when they finally decide to do it. I don't think it's going to be Kang Dynasty. It's going to be Secret Wars. But I definitely do think you're going to see RDJ back one more time like he never left. And then
you could get a post-credit. How cool would a post-credit scene in Kang Dynasty be?
Yeah.
Of RDJ and Chris Evans just showing up. What Chris Evans do you want? What Captain America do you want of Chris Evans, though?
If he shows up, which one do I want, or which one do I think that they'll give us?
Yes. Wait, which one? Which one? Either, both. Both. Give me both.
I would rather see old man Chris.
I want him in the cap suit. Old man Captain America.
No. I mean aged. I would rather see aged.
Yeah. I want old man Captain America in the suit. I want him looking like Clint Eastwood, but out there in the suit, still kicking ass.
Yes. But I think that they'll go back and they'll give us when he's returning to something.
See, that's what I think you get old Chris Evans as Captain America, and then young Chris Evans as Human Torch.
King's Poor Cow. I want old pimp Cap.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I want, man. Give me that, right? And then have him right there next to Mackie and Bucky, and we're off. And then you got young Chris Evans flying around on fire.
I would love it.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. But I definitely know that because it was Variety, and Variety is the equivalent to Adam Schefter, the equivalent to TMZ breaking the news, right? It was a big deal because it wasn't like comicbookmovie.com. It wasn't like IGN.com. It was Variety.
It's one of the big trades.
It's one of the big trades, right? You can't really get any bigger than that. And it got them a lot of clicks. It got them a hell of a lot of clicks. A lot of people reported on it. Like I was saying, Screen Crush, Big Thing, Real Rejects, name a podcast, they were talking about the shit. But I'm with you, man. We've already known about it. I'm with you. Chapek was the reason for a lot of that happening, and Iger's coming in. He's already put the pause button on it. That's why we're getting the Daredevil rewrite. The one thing they was talking about though that was kind of upsetting was the Blade shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw the Blade shit in where they were talking about Blade at one point was relegated to the fourth lead.
Yeah,
that was a little disappointing. Fix that. I mean,
it depends on what their plan was.
It doesn't give a shit, BC. It's movies called Blade. He shouldn't be the fourth lead.
That is true, but
you got two-time Oscar winner.
I always thought there was a possibility that we were going to get a Wesley Snipes older Blade mentoring his daughter. And if that was the case, yeah, he could be the fourth lead. He's the mentor. No. But if it's a Blade movie, then no, we need Blade to be the lead.
Before I get into all these extra stories about all these other characters in their shit, I want to see their thing. That's what I mean.
But if we were going to get a Wesley Snipes Blade, I would have been perfectly fine with him already being an old Blade, being almost retired, bringing in the next generation.
Then how would Mahershala Ali fit in?
Oh, no, this was before Mahershala Ali was cast.
Oh, okay.
The original one, there was an idea to bring together some powerful beings to see if they could become more. No, there was an idea that Wesley Snipes was going to be the Whistler role, but he was going to be Blade. And he was going to be mentoring his daughter into to become the next.
I want Solo Dolo Blade riding out in nightclubs, in raves.
I love Mahershala Ali. He is absolutely fucking fantastic. I don't know, and he was fantastic as Cottonmouth.
Yes, he was.
He
was. Yeah, he was.
I don't know if anyone can beat Wesley Snipes as Blade. That's my thing. Is Wesley was those Blade movies. Oh, Blade 2 is so good.
Blade 2 is phenomenal, bro. I'm actually a big fan of all three.
I do too.
I do enjoy.
I like Trinity. I like the campiness. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. Plus, Triple H has a grilled up face. Like, you can't get cooler than Triple H as a vampire
with his little puppies.
Grill. With his puppies.
With also with fangs, vampire pups. Yeah, that was. But you know, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
One of the best lines.
That's one of the coldest lines I've ever heard. And it got to a point where it felt like that's what Disney was doing, just trying to ice skate uphill.
Facts.
So hopefully they change course. We all think that they are going to change course. And speaking of one of those things, man, they dropped a trailer for a show
out of nowhere.
That
RKO.
I'm not going to lie to you. I will be the one to say it. I was not a fan of Echo, the character in that show of Hawkeye. I wasn't. I also thought she was one of the most boring. I'll say it. I thought she was boring. I still don't think I give a shit about Echo. But I'm here for all of the Kingpin for this TV show. Every bit I am here for. Vincent D'Onofrio. My God.
I don't know if you can. Can you go to my wide shot?
Nah. No?
No?
No.
All right, I wanted to I got my Kingpin right here. It's right off screen, and it's so beautiful. I'm so excited, dude. Him beating the holy hell out of that dude in the alley. That could have been the commercial. That could have been the trailer. Just that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm there.
I kind of just want them to do a Kingpin show. Just Kingpin.
It looks like that's what this is.
That's what that. You know what though? If that's what it is, sign me up. Sign me up. But no, I saw the trailer with.
Look, I don't understand the hate for Echo. I didn't. It's not like I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for this character. But at the same time, I didn't mind her in Hawkeye. But I also liked Hawkeye more than most people. Because A, I love Christmas. B, I love Jeremy Renner. C, oh my God, I love Kate Bishop. Or what's her name that played Kate Bishop?
I call her Kate Bishop. I don't know.
Yes. D, I don't think there is anything better.
I love Velma. So.
Velma.
Linda Cardellini.
Oh, Linda Cardellini. Yes. I don't think there's anything ever better than the scene of like this is probably one of my favorite Marvel scenes of all time of Yelena and Kate sitting at a table just talking,
eating ramen
while Yelena eats macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Yep.
There is nothing better than that scene. I want a Marvel talk show where it's just like The View, but instead of the four women, it is Kate Bishop, Yelena,
Betty Brant,
Miss Marvel, huh?
Betty Brant.
No, Yelena, Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, and Peter Parker.
Okay.
And they just sit there and talk about whatever they want to talk about.
I'm here for it.
How amazing would that talk show be?
You did say Miss Marvel, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I like
Miss Marvel, Yelena, Kate Bishop, and Peter Parker.
Look, man. Yeah, the trailer, TVMA for sure.
Yes.
Right? Which I did not think that's where they were going with it. Did they announce it was going to be a mature rating? And now that I saw that trailer, because it looks like it could have fit right on Netflix. It looks like it could have fit right on Netflix. My question is...
It's okay, you can say it. Go ahead, ask the question.
Where the fuck did we go wrong with Daredevil?
Oh, that's not the question I thought you were going to ask.
Like, if this looked like that...
I know. Yeah, I know. How?
If this looked like that and we got a shot of Daredevil in there...
Oh, did we? I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Daredevil.
Notice I was watching on my phone. I gotta go back.
Real quick. Where did you go wrong? If just with the Daredevil thing. But I'm intrigued. My wife saw it with me. She is very hyped for it. She's like, I think it's going to be really, really good. And I had to temper myself because the last time I got excited for a TV show was Secret Invasion. The way that they cut those trailers for Secret Invasion.
Oh, there he is. Sorry, I looked up Daredevil.
No, you good. The way they the way that they cut those trailers for the Secret Invasion TV show, I was hyped.
True.
And then we got this show. So I'm worried that I might get hurt again. BC, I'm a fragile man. Okay?
You are fragile.
Okay? I'm inside. I don't want to be hurt. Okay?
Yeah.
And I just don't want that pain. And I'm just trying to, I got my guard up. You know? And I had to go through about 3 or 4 months of therapy after Secret Invasion. And you know, I'm now at a better place in my life. I don't want to go down that road again. You know, fool me once, a fool can't get fooled again. You know, that's just
can't get fooled me once. Shame fools on can't get fooled again.
Exactly. So
we got a saying down here in Texas: "Fool me once." There's the fool. Fool me twice. You can't get fooled again.
Right, unless you're a Cowboys fan. It is every year.
We never get fooled.
Every year.
We always know everything.
Hit the chat real quick. Is Echo a Thunderbolt? No, she's not a Thunderbolt. No. Is it? Are they still pushing forward Thunderbolts? I hope so. I want to see what that looks like. Kate Bishop is a cool character. She's from Matt Fraction's run. Yelena and Natasha driving in the car talking about her vest was dope too. Yeah, that was a good scene.
Yeah,
that was a dope.
So
scene.
many pockets.
Yeah. That's the same vest she gave Widow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I like Black Widow a lot. I need to rewatch it. Black Widow was okay.
I liked Black Widow too. Who said that? Who said they liked Black Widow?
That was fantastic, homie.
Right. Yeah, I loved Black Widow. I don't understand why people don't like it. I think it was a great movie.
I think if Black Widow would have come out in phase 2, it would have fit really, really well.
Yes, it did. It did. It was way too late. I'll give you that.
But I don't put it as a bad movie. Like, you know, Thor: Love and Thunder is a bad movie, right? I don't think Black Widow is a bad movie.
Hey, you know what though? Not to go on a tangent, but I'm watching my Marvels-a-thon, right?
Okay.
And the streets are talking out there. There's rumors going around. So I've added the Thor movies into the my marathon.
Okay. Have you added the X-Men movies into your marathon?
I added 2 of them.
Okay. All right. Just tracking.
Origins and Last Stand.
For good reason.
Yes. But I was watching Thor 2. And Thor 2, rewatching it, helped me kind of appreciate Love and Thunder a little more. One scene in Love and Thunder that I didn't like originally.
Well, we'll see what's
but the dark, it's the montage scene of them dating. All right?
Okay.
Because I watched it and I was watching it. I was like, what is this? This is dumb. It doesn't fit anything. But then I go back and I watch Thor 2 and you go to the end of Thor 2. He's like, no, I want to go back to Earth and be with Jane. And then in the post-credit, he shows up at Earth and I'm like, oh, that's what he was doing in between Age of Ultron and Thor 2. All of this montage goofy stuff. That's why he starts getting a little more goofy as that time goes on. And I'm like, it kind of, that little bit actually added a little to the character once you watch it on a whole.
I think that
I'll give it that. That is the one good thing I'm going to say about Thor: Love and Thunder.
I think that the Thor and his roommate series were better than both of those movies. Straight up.
I do really like Love and I like The Dark World. I know everyone hates it, but
You know what it is, bro?
Loki's just so damn good, man.
You know what it is, bro? It's like if you're dating a chick and she's just the worst.
The worst.
She's just the worst. And I'm like, dog, I love you, man. Like leave her, bro. You don't. You're better off. That's how I feel about Jane.
Oh, I agree.
Just dog, leave her, bro.
I completely agree
man.
there. He don't need to be with Jane.
Nah, dog, not at all, man. Anyway, he'll be there, Daredevil. That's all you need. We gotta say it in Texas. W is an idiot. I don't know. Yeah, I'm guessing.
So that quote from "Can't Get Fooled Again." That's from George W. Bush.
Got it. I've seen Thor 2 once. I've seen it more than once. I've seen it, I think about 6 times, and every single time it's just.
I watch it a lot.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I love Thor and Loki together. Their relationship together is just so fun to watch.
Anyway, yeah. So
plus, when Rene Russo goes all badass and starts fighting the elves, I'm like, yes.
Nah, I'm good. Well, I tell you what makes me happy.
Yeah.
Apes on horses.
Apes on horses. That was a good segue.
Apes on horses makes me very, very, very happy. And last week, out of nowhere, dude. Out of nowhere.
RKO.
Bro, off the top rope, man. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. We got a little teaser, and then they followed it up with the trailer not long after that. And man, you talk about just returning me back to a sense of happiness, because I love all 3 of those Planet of the Apes movies. Yeah, all 3 of them.
You like war?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was one of the worst things ever made.
I like war.
It was so boring.
I like war. It was a little boring. It was a little slow, yeah. But you know what? That's fine with me. I like Caesar.
It should not have been called war. If you would have called it something else,
yeah,
it would have been fine. Calling it war,
the titling,
and then selling it as a war movie,
and it wasn't
as a very action-packed movie was their downfall.
I cried at the end of that movie, man. When Caesar when Caesar died, I was
actually no, you're right. I did cry. I was so happy to leave the theater. I was just
there. You go.
I was bummed.
But no, I was a huge fan of what they did with the Franco movie, which I thought was really
so good.
It was really good, and I like what Matt Reeves did. And if it wasn't for those 2 movies, I wasn't going to get excited for the Batman. And it was because of those I got excited for the Batman.
Matt Reeves didn't do. Did he do Rise?
He did 2 and 3. He didn't do.
He just
Rise.
did Dawn.
He just
did Dawn, right?
He did 2 and 3.
He did War.
He did War.
Oh, I didn't know he did War. Okay,
yeah, he did War. But
I think Dawn is the best. I think Dawn is incredible.
That's the first one.
Second one.
That's the second one. Okay.
Rise is the first one, and I like Rise. Rise is really good.
Rise is good.
Dude, no.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shit.
Caesar is home. That's my shit.
So when I was wrestling, we did this thing called Fight, Win, Survive, where we were all put into teams.
Yeah.
And our team, we were the purple team, and our battle cry was "Perp together strong," because apes together strong. So that was our battle cry: "Perp together strong."
So we got the trailer for this. Beautiful cinematography in this. The CGI looks like we right back at it. It looks incredible. There's the advancement of the ape race. Now it looks like we're getting to George Heston's.
Yeah.
Looks like we're getting. I'm sorry, Charlton Heston's OG original Planet of the Apes time. When
See, I've always wondered, are they ever gonna remake that one?
Well, there was always that Easter egg.
In Rise, where they send them up into
space. So it was always a matter of like, okay, when are they going to bring in that, or when are they going to bring in Mark Wahlberg?
See, but that was my question. Yeah. Are we ever going to get there, or are these legit prequels to the original? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we going to revision it, or are these prequels? That's my question. I want to know if we're ever going to get there. I'm surprised that this one is actually not them doing that.
I think this one ends with the ship coming down.
Ooh.
And then that's number 5. I think this ends with the return of Icarus.
Yeah.
That's the ship, right?
Yes.
And I think that's kind of where we're going to go, because I think they're just making the timeline. They're doing it in timeline order.
I like it. It looks
great.
As soon as you realize that it's an ape talking so smoothly, I'm like, oh my god.
I was confused at first. I thought that was Maurice, the orangutan.
Oh, it's that. Yeah,
It's definitely not Maurice, but I mean, it looked just like Maurice. Maurice was the homie. But we got the apes, and where they now have completely taken our place. They have completely taken our role. They're the ones that speak. They're the ones that have communities. So they got different. They got different lords of lands, and the humans have relegated to non-speaking. We're just animals out here. It looks really, really cool, man, and I just can't wait to get back into that world again. If anything, I just cannot wait to get back into that realm, that world one more time, because you didn't like the third one.
But that doesn't change my fact that I'm super excited for this one. Yeah. Had this one come out, a year, 2 years after the third one, I still would have been excited. Right. All right. This is a franchise that I'm like, okay, you're better. Your best films are better than your worst films. Are good enough. There's not that much of a, I'm not a big fan. They fell off. No. I still believe in Planet of the Apes. And I'm still hyped and ready for this story. So
my question to you is, do you think that this main ape will be a descendant of Caesar?
Probably. There was a descendant of Caesar in the original, and I can't think of his name now. Yeah. And I'm wondering if that's going to be him.
That's what you kind of have to do,
I don't know. Yeah.
That's kind of what you have to do. I think it makes it weird if you like.
But, Caesar had kids. Yeah.
Caesar had kids.
Wait a minute, did Caesar have kids? Yes, he did.
I think there's just that emotional tie-in. Right?
Yeah.
Making them related. It's not like Star Wars where everything has to be a Skywalker saga kind of a deal. But we do know this is going to take place about 200 years after the third one ended. So having that my great granddaddy broke everybody out. The legacy of Bright Eyes. You know what I'm saying? The Bright Eyes legacy.
Oh, Bright Eyes.
Throwback, baby. I think it's really cool. And then if you have his best friend also being the orangutan, or his teacher being the orangutan, what does George Lucas say? It rhymes.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. My man got a bird. He got a bird, that sits on his arm.
Yep.
Iron Man 2, where's my bird?
Where's my bird?
So I'm excited for it. Guys, are you excited for this Planet of the Apes movie? I really want to know. Are you kind of just like, man, when it comes out, I'll go see it, but I'm not excited? Because I'm excited. I'm excited for it. It's coming out when?
I cannot wait.
It's coming out next summer?
That I don't know. I did not really look that up.
Did they drop a release date for it? Anyway,
they probably did. Looking
forward to that. And switching gears a little bit. King's Pork Out. It's like poetry. It rhymes. It's like my favorite George Lucas line. It's so perfect. Moving on. Was there anything, before we get into Gen V and Loki, was there anything else they said we was going to talk about?
No, I think that's it.
Godzilla. They want to talk about Godzilla. I'm still looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I've stayed away from any more trailers. So if there's anything new in the trailers I got to look at.
Which one did you, what are you talking about? Monarch or?
I think they're talking about the Apple TV
minus
series.
One.
Apple Plus TV series is what they asked us to talk about.
I'm excited for it, but I haven't watched any trailers or anything for it. I don't think there was a new one that I know of.
The last one I saw had Russell in it, Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
That was the one I saw. It
looks so good.
It looks good. It looks good. I'm here for it. I'm sold already, man. I don't want to look at anything else. And then the minus one trailers, they've just been incredible.
So Monarch starts. I don't seem to have a date here. Why don't you have a date for me?
Yeah, the tail charging up, dude. When you see
that is insane.
Back, yeah, man. God. And you know what though? Shout out to Apple TV.
November 17th is Monarch.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to Apple TV because Godzilla looks amazing. You know.
Well, -1 is not Apple TV.
I know. Monarch is.
Oh, you're talking about Godzilla in Monarch or in -1?
I'm talking about
stuff lights up. His stuff lights up in -1.
Yeah, that's because Okay, I got you.
Yeah. -1 comes out. I already have my tickets, but the actual release date is in America is December 3rd, I think. Ooh. It only says the Japanese release right here.
Okay. That's okay. I'd rather watch the Japanese version. Give me the subtitles.
No. It's coming in Japanese.
Good. It's a shame.
It will with subtitles.
That's what I want.
Yeah, me too. I'm super excited for that.
You know, the anime fans know sub over dub. You know what I'm saying?
I actually am not a fan of subtitles. However, I do really like the Godzilla movie that's in subtitles. I don't know why.
The Raid has subtitles. You like Raid? No love for the Raid.
I've never seen it.
Oh, dude! If you like Dread,
I know.
If you like Dread, go check out Raid, man. Yo,
I know it's one of those ones I've been meaning to watch. I just haven't.
It's great. It's excellent. Chat. Drop it in the chat right now before we switch gears to Gen V and Loki. What else we need to rap about? Cause we're about to get to some spoiler stuff about Gen V.
Let's do it.
All right. Cool. Yeah, so Gen V season finale, season 1 came, and we haven't really talked about specifics.
Because I normally haven't been watching until tonight. But I did make sure I was like, nah, I got to watch the finale before we record. So
okay,
now we can actually talk about it.
So let me ask you this question. Let's start this conversation. Season 1 is in the books. Mm-hmm. How did you like the season?
I thought this was a really good season. I thought it was very entertaining. I loved all the new characters. I thought they were at first I was like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about these characters. I don't really connect to any of them. But then they really drew me in and made me interested in it. And one thing I noticed as I've been watching it, I'm like, oh, because you know how I used to be like, man, I really want The Rock in The Boys as like the Hulk, like their version of the Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, Gen V just gave us the Hulk.
Yeah.
And it's Sam.
Sam I am.
And because even little bit Emma, is that her name? Emma? Yeah, I think. Mm-hmm. She's his Black Widow. She's the one that calms him down.
Yep.
You know? But right now we're just getting Rage Hulk.
And he's such a good character to do that with.
It is. It was well written. The twists and turns, everything that happened, I was all on board with. I loved it. So yeah, I'm all here for this, and I'm really looking forward to it because I loved The Boys season 1. I liked The Boys season 2. Season 3, I was like, all right, yeah, it was a show. But Gen V reminded me of. I know you're 3. A huge fan. To me, it was only mediocre.
Season 3 was so perfect.
To me, it was just mediocre. But this Gen V sucked me back in like season 1 did, and now I'm all ready and excited for the next
season 1 was really good, and I'm with you on season 2. Season 2, I was like, okay, all right, yeah, didn't hit like I wanted to, but yeah, I'm sorry, I got the main man behind me.
I know. You love some Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy's my guy.
Yeah.
Right. And with Gen V, I had some initial apprehension, right? Who are these characters? You know, I'm at that point now where I have to realize I'm an older man.
Yeah.
And they're talking about shit going on that I don't relate to. You know what I mean?
What you mean?
They're younger. They got younger problems.
Oh,
you know.
Oh, okay.
They got younger.
You don't understand the younger generation.
Yeah, I'm not hip.
You ain't hip.
I'm not hip with the younger generation, man. And you know what? I have to accept it. At some point in every guy's life, you got to just accept when it's time to move on. You can't be Buscemi out here with the skateboard. What's happening, fellow students? Like, you got to drop it, right?
Yeah.
So the teen angst drama that was happening, some of it did not work for me. I will say it.
Okay.
Some of it did not work for me, but I did enjoy a lot of these characters. I don't know any of these characters' names except for Emma and except for Sam.
Maria.
And then I call the other girl, I call her Bloodsport.
It's a good name.
Yeah, I call her Bloodsport. And then we got Black Nito. And then I called the guy girl that
Black Nito.
Yeah, Black Nito. You like it? I know you like it.
Motherfucker said this some bitch said Black Nito. Okay,
we got Black Nito, and then
I'm not mad at you.
And then you the girl that shifts to the boy shifts back to the girl. I call her Chic. From Super, you know what I'm talking about. Zelda, Chic, Super Smash Brothers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know their names, right? But I will say that I thought that this show was a C+. I thought it was a C+ if I was to grade it as a season.
Yeah.
The last episode kind of to me was just like, okay, let's just do a big finale. The same thing that She-Hulk made fun of.
Yeah.
Right? Big finale, blah, blah, blah. And then you get...
Let's put people in place. That's what it felt like.
It kind of did, right?
I will say this, and you know, I wanted your reaction. I didn't tell you what I was thinking because I finally watched last week's episode too.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Really?
Don't get me wrong. Everyone in it is fantastic. It was great. But the penultimate episode, not the finale, but the one before, was filled with nothing but cliched writing and matter of fact. And what a coincidence! Like it was just, and I can't think of the specifics right now, the specific scenes that were bothering me, but there was so much in the first half of the episode that it's just like, yo, we just need to get information to everybody now.
It was a lot of exposition dump.
And that's all it was now let's just tell you exactly what, instead of showing you, we're going to tell you exactly what's been going on.
I can totally understand what you were saying.
And I was like, this is some really lazy writing.
Sports cow.
And I don't know if it was a play on the superhero genre, but if it was, it wasn't done very well because it felt like they just were lazy.
I like how Sports Cow is saying 7 out of 10 for me. Y'all hating. And then I just finished saying C+.
What's a 70 out of 100? That's a C.
And I gave it more like a 78 out of 100. So 7.8 out of 10. I would say you hating King Sport Cow. I'm unsubscribing from you. How you feel about that? How you feel about them apples? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Nah, dog. So like I said, I enjoyed it. I was waiting for something to bring me in. The last 15 seconds of the episode kind of did that for me when you got Homelander coming in and, of course, changing.
Oh, I was all in the whole episode. I enjoyed the finale very well. I thought a lot of stuff was going on. I wanted some more action from Emma, but... you know, it is what it is. And I think we're going to in season 2. So I'm really excited to see how many of these characters bleed over into The Boys season 4.
Yeah.
I don't think we will see our main 4 that are now locked away until season 2 or the final episode of season 4 of The Boys.
I'm with you. But to be honest with you, I don't care about seeing them.
I think it's fine. I think
Yeah.
they need to be locked away for a while.
Yeah.
Let them sit, because that adds to the story if they're just locked in there and there's nothing we can do about it.
Like, honestly, like, this is Gen JV. Like, this is the JV squad, and I'm bringing it back to the varsity unit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, put the players on the field. I want to see Butcher. I want to see Homelander. I want to see Swolger. I want to see the Deep. And oh, what's my girl's name? Kimiko.
Kimiko.
Give me some Kimiko, right? That's what I'm ready for them to come back out. You know, so if anything, I will say this. For a show that was a spin-off of a very successful show and acting as a middle handoff, right? I think that the show executed itself very, very well. And I think that the next season will be a lot better because now they're going to pick and choose what worked, what didn't work. So as a first season, successful.
Very strong.
Very good. I'm very happy with what we got.
It made me I was planning on, when I watched Gen V, I didn't rewatch The Boys or anything. I just turned on the show. I was like, all right, let's go watch. Before season 4, I will probably do a full rewatch of all of The Boys.
I'm already starting mine.
When is season 4? We don't have a date or anything.
We have not gotten a date. Kripke just tweeted that when the show ends, we will not have any date yet. But they said every shot has been shot. They are finishing up with the audio mixing and finishing up with the special effects. But they said in the marketing department is starting to get itself figured out. So
okay, cool. So we'll have a date sooner than later.
We'll have a date sooner or later. I can definitely see this dropping sometime summer.
Oh. Okay.
I'm thinking sometime summer is when we actually get this show, like June, right?
House of Dragons is coming.
Oh, House of Dragons, Flaming Dragons. I'm ready for it. So yeah, Gen V came. I think it did its job. I'm very happy with it. So if you guys like to let us know, man. I mean, we know King Sport Cal's ready to unsubscribe if y'all shoot anything less than a 7 out of 10 or even a 78 out of 10. Don't do that. You have to come in with a higher grade than him, or else you're hating. For some odd reason. That's how his math works. So, how do you guys like Gen V? Anything that really surprised you? Hey, man, you got spoilers. Butcher showing up in the after credit scene, right?
Yeah, that was very basic.
It was very basic.
That was really just, look, it's the guy you like.
It's the guy you like, and guess what, BC? It worked for me.
I guess so. I was like, that's all, really? That's all you brought him here for?
Yeah, it was a little. It was the same thing with Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy's was pointless too.
Yeah.
But you know what? Homelander's was perfect.
His was perfect.
Exactly. It added to the narrative.
Yeah.
And it was also a really cool cameo to see him.
And he did exactly. Because you know what? I don't know why I came out. I was like, okay, Homelander's going to come put an end to this. Which he did. But he did not do it.
No, did not.
He did not do it the way that I thought he was going to do it. But you know what? He did it exactly the way Homelander would have done it.
Yep.
He was who I thought he was. And
he was who I thought he was.
And for some odd reason, I was like, nah, he's not going to do the Homelander thing. Oh, nope. He's still doing it. And dude, Anthony Starr needs an Emmy on his shelf. At some point, give that man an award because he is home. I mean, I like Banshee. He's awesome in Banshee. If you haven't seen Banshee yet with Anthony Starr in it, give it a watch. And then you'll see how drastically different he is when he plays Homelander. It's incredible. Homelander's playing an angle. You know he is. He's playing his angle.
Of course.
You know. But we end with the 4. Oh, I wanted to get to your thing. Maybe we already talked about it, but it ends with the 4 locked away, and the 2 people who we thought was going to be, they're the heroes. So, how do you think this plays into season 4?
I honestly, I don't know. But here's the other thing I see. Exactly. As soon as, and I noticed this in that penultimate episode, the one leading up to the finale. As soon as she's like, no, it is us versus them, and we are going to strike first. I immediately went, oh my God.
Cobra Kai.
No.
Okay.
But awesome. Strike first, strike fast. No mercy. They're doing the X-Men. Like, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I am all here for it.
And you think that the Magneto of it all is Homelander? Taking that stance on it?
No, I kind of think she's Magneto.
Yeah.
Old girl who pushes people. She's kind of the one that's like, no, it's us versus them. I'm gonna get my army together now.
Oh, you mean the one with the Professor X mindset? The one that can...
No. She is what's her name? Push. The girl that pushes people.
Sheik.
And makes them see things. Huh?
Sheik.
Yes, Sheik. There you go.
Okay.
No. Sheik is the one that transforms, you said.
Yeah. I think
you call him the one.
And then she has push
I'm talking
powers.
about Bad Girl.
Yeah, she's like Professor X. She can like hop in people's minds and stuff.
Oh, I thought you were saying the Professor X of the story. I was like, no. She's the Magneto of the story.
I hear you.
Because she's leading what is adjacent to the Brotherhood.
Exactly. I am 100% now on the same page with you.
And then Marie is leading what is adjacent to the X-Men now.
Correct.
And I'm like, oh, like they're doing the X-Men. That's what this is.
They should call her Bloodsport.
Yeah, they should. But that also reminds me, we were talking about this earlier, and I know not to jump off topic. I meant to bring it up when we go to the future of the MCU.
Yeah.
We're like, should we pivot back to the OGs? We should not. After Secret Wars, we should pivot into the mutant universe.
Yes, we should.
And it should all be about different mutants, not superheroes, mutants. That's where the world changed.
Do you think we should wait a little bit before they bring in Professor Xavier?
No. Maybe a little, but not too long after Secret Wars.
Like, I want to see the rise of Magneto and the Brotherhood, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I think all of not phase, I guess it would be the next saga to be. I think it should be the Mutant Saga or the Phoenix Saga, whatever you want to call it. And it should every movie, they shouldn't be any other superheroes. It should just be mutant movies. Secret Wars should wrap up our Avengers, and we should be looking at the mutants now. The Avengers are still out there if we need them, and we will eventually need them again. But we should start focusing on everyone going, oh, this guy has powers. No. We're going to go away from the society liking the superheroes and go into, no, they are not superheroes. They're mutants. They're monsters.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
how you pivot. That's how you pivot into that world.
I think
if it weren't for these people with extraordinary powers, none of this destruction would have ever happened. You know, and you pivot into blaming what are now mutants.
Yeah.
As the next saga in the MCU.
I would definitely like to see a universe with the MCU when the people dislike them. Because right now everybody's like all for it. They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, man? We love all y'all. Like, I'm Iron Man. What's up? Like, you know, I'm with you. Yeah. King Sport Cow made a very good point here. Cricket's shrinking power is her emotions. It's her emotions, not purging, vomiting. Sam made her feel small. Very
that
good
makes sense. I thought she cried so much that that it shrank her. That's what I thought they were. But that makes much more sense.
It does make a lot of sense. I like King's Pork Out. Very good call in the chat, sir. You can resubscribe if you like. I appreciate it. But no, that definitely makes a lot of sense because I guess by her also vomiting, the emotion that's with it is feeling small, therefore also causes the shrink. So whenever she got big, she must have felt empowered.
When you eat, you get happier because, you know, you're no longer hangry.
Cheeseburgers.
So the happier she got, the bigger she got.
Cheeseburgers are amazing. Actually, you know what? I want cheeseburgers today. Babe, we're going to Five Guys. Cheeseburgers. I love cheeseburgers. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Not mad at it.
Switching gears a little bit. We got to talk it. The show of the week.
Oh, he said of the week.
Monstro Loki.
I think Gen V was better this week. I really liked this episode, but it just kind of felt very filler to me.
I like this episode, dude.
It was a good bottle episode. Good bottle episode.
I thought it was very well done.
Yeah.
You just saw the creation of the TVA.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that was okay, that was cool.
All right, guys, so
we didn't really push the narrative anywhere though.
I think we pushed it quite a bit.
Where did we go?
If you would ask me, I think we pushed the episode quite some bit. Nah, man. This week of Loki came, right? It is the penultimate episode of Loki.
Is it?
It's only 6 episodes, bro. Man. I know. Again. One more again with the 6 episode seasons. I wish we had about 2 more episodes. 3 more episodes, honestly, would feel good. But before I ask you about everything, I just want to say this. Whoever is at least structuring these episodes, I think has been doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, they have been done really well.
All of the themes that they've been introducing, the Ouroboros of it all, I think it's been executed pretty well. And this episode dealt with kind of the fallout of the loom exploding. And Loki is pretty much getting the band back together, right? So he is time slipping again. So what is that all about? And he's time slipping back onto the branches. I stopped to watch you fools right when Loki was at Owen Wilson's house. Well, brace yourself, cuz we going in. We going in, player. All the players, Mobius, B-15, OB, Casey, or should we call him Frank? They went back to their respective timelines before they got plucked.
Yeah.
To go and work for the TVA. And
we finally find out why Owen Wilson loves
jet skis so much.
He definitely was a jet ski salesman.
Definitely was a jet ski salesman. Casey was an inmate.
Criminal in Alcatraz.
Who, by the way, that was a real person.
Oh, really?
That's a real person.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. There was 3 people that attempted to escape Alcatraz. One of them's name was Frank. They never found any of them.
Oh, wow.
Real person.
That's what.
It's very similar to Loki being D.B. Cooper.
That's awesome.
So I thought that was awesome. Really, really dope. Yeah, there was a movie with what do you call that? Clint Eastwood did a movie. Clint Eastwood played the character Frank.
I did not know that.
Escape from Alcatraz.
Oh yeah. Okay, I've never seen Escape from Alcatraz.
Escape from Alcatraz. It even got down.
That's a good pull.
It even got to the point where there's the paper mache that they left in the bed. That is you can go and look up the evidence in the archives. There's a paper mache head just like this. So Frank from the 60s is up there in the TVA somewhere. So that's dope, right? B-15 is a very, very nice nurse. Mm-hmm. Ouroboros is a writer, science fiction writer, who also happens to moonlight as a Caltech physics professor, right?
Yep.
That's his day job. But he mainly is a writer. And Loki goes to Ouroboros and it's like, hey, man, what's going on with all this time slipping stuff? And he's kind of catching Ouroboros up to speed, and Ouroboros kind of lays out
and he's figuring it out very quickly.
You know, pretty much he says, like, hey, you're time slipping in a place that has no time, right? He's like, yeah, like, that's impossible. Exactly. Well, that makes it possible. If you're doing the impossible, therefore anything is is theoretically possible. A little bit of that that physics kind of mindset, which is really cool. Sylvie back at McDonald's, right, doing her thing at McDonald's, but then we start to see, once Loki and Ouroboros figure out the plan, Ouroboros figures out how to make like a new temp pad kind of, and they're going to people's houses recruiting everything. Sylvie was apprehensive. Sylvie doesn't really want to do it. She believes that they have succeeded in releasing everybody back home, which there is a point to be made there.
Yeah. Everybody's free. They're all going to die, but they're all free.
Everyone's going to die. And while she tells Loki to go kick rocks, her timeline gets spaghettied.
Yep.
They go meet up with the homie. and everybody got back together because the trick was, or Boris was saying, if everybody has a temporal aura, then the collection of everybody would create the temporal aura that we need to get back to where we need to get to, right? It's signatures, right? Which is pretty smart, dude. Wicked smart. And also at the same time, Loki's trying to figure out how this time slipping stuff works. He time slips. He learns how to control it because he loves his friends. The power of friendship, BC.
Power of friendship.
The power of friendship. When you hold hands with the Care Bears, you get
Care Bear stare.
The Care Bear stare. He Care Bear stared the spaghetti and told it to go fuck itself, right? And he goes back to the point in time where I believe Victor Timely is walking on the thing. That's kind of where they're at. Is they're back in time there. So, BC, you already said you thought this was a good filler episode.
It was a very good filler episode to replace people. Felt a little pointless at most times to me. But that doesn't mean it wasn't still fun. Like, there's still some fun stuff to it. But I was just like, okay. All right. So we figured out how to time slip. I think you could have found a better way to do this. But this was the route they took, is what it is. And I'm excited to see how we finish.
I enjoyed it, man. I really, really enjoyed it. I like to see, because I like to see where everybody came from. Because it showed me a lot about, well, you know what? You just finished saying, don't tell me, show me. You know?
Yeah,
and so they showed me a lot of the personalities.
I'll give you Owen Wilson. Yes, we needed to see Owen Wilson. I didn't need to see everybody else in their mundane lives. No.
I hear you.
I don't need this, but okay.
I'm happy with it. I like to see where OB came from because it's good to know that he really was trying to be a writer. I don't really care for the Sylvie stuff. Like I told you before, I think that
Sylvie is very lackluster this episode.
Sylvie sucks, man.
There's no point to her at all.
Your camera is being weird right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it'll fix itself.
Okay.
I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't know. It bothered me. It's all right. It's a good show. It's just she's very pointless. We didn't need her this season at all.
No.
Like if you had taken her out, there would be nothing really changed. You know?
She sucks. She sucks, man. Like, you know,
but she's so good in the first season. You didn't like her in the first season?
No. I saw her character a mile away.
That feels very
I love
revisionist history.
No,
but
I never cared for Sylvie. I always thought that Sylvie was holding Loki back from being who he was truly meant to be.
I thought she was a very intriguing character.
I would rather see Loki fall in love with B-15.
Oh, I mean, I don't really care who he loves. I don't care. I would rather see Sylvie be an interesting character and have something more aligned with what she was doing in the first season. Like, you know, she had a purpose. Now she doesn't have a purpose.
Yeah, she sucks.
We don't need her there.
No, we don't. She sucks.
So
she can go away. She can go away like Natalie Portman could go away in Thor. Just go away. Okay, so the season, the episode is done. We got one episode left. There's been a lot of stuff that we saw in trailers that we haven't even seen yet.
Has there been? Because I haven't been watching trailers.
Well, we got Ravonna on the Void with Eliath.
Oh, I didn't know that was in there.
Yep. We got Sylvie back at He Who Remains Palace using her magic.
Okay.
We have them attempting to redo the whole Victor Timely push the button kind of a deal. Right? And I think what's going to happen is they're going to do that over and over and over and over and over again.
Until they get it right.
Until they finally get it right. And then there's also the scene of Loki going out them himself.
Oh, see, I didn't know that either. Yeah, I haven't watched it, so I don't know what's coming up.
Out there himself. So there's a lot of things left for us to get into. But what I'm really, really liking about the whole idea of him mastering the time slipping is that now they're turning Loki into the god of stories, which is a comic.
Really?
Loki, the god of stories. I was going to ask that.
Does Loki have this power in the comics?
He has the ability to kind of like rewrite some stuff, but I didn't know they were going to be going there because it's not a big comic.
Yeah,
it's not a big comic. And in that story, okay, so here's a little bit of an Easter egg too. We find out who B-15 is, and she is comic canon.
She's who?
She is a comic character.
Oh, who?
I can't remember her name at the top of my head, but she's Loki's best friend in the comics.
Oh, okay.
She's Loki's best friend in the comics because she's very good at realizing when Loki is lying.
Oh.
So Loki can't lie to her, so therefore he just begins to trust her. And that friendship is in the Loki God of Stories comic book.
Interesting. Okay. There
you go. So, with all that being said, BC, you said the episode was kind of a filler. How do you feel going into next week's episode? What would you like to happen?
Very excited. I want to get to a point that we can see where and how Loki can reunite with Thor.
The sun will shine on us again, brother.
I want to see that happen somehow, and I don't know where or how it will happen, but I want to see, because like I said with the last time we were talking about this, and I was like, I don't see why this is a Loki show, right? This could just be called TVA with Jerry, the magic god,
Uh-huh.
So that's why I want to see, okay, where is this going? Why does this have to be a Loki story? And that's what I'm looking forward to, is them showing me why it truly is Loki's story.
As opposed to just anybody else's.
As opposed to Jim's story or Bob's story.
And I kind of understand what you're saying is what to me is I want to know why Loki has this ability. Why was he gifted with this ability? Why was he taken off of his path to be this, right? Yes. And how is this all going to culminate, and how is this all going to fold with the king of it all? Is Kang really feared of Loki? Like, because there's also a whole collection of Lokis over there on the fucking void.
Yeah.
Also,
King Sport Cow he was just in the chat going, I don't see why Loki's so important. He was kind of a minor character in the comics. Why is he so special? It is 100% because Tom Hiddleston is phenomenal.
Yes.
That is why we love Loki now.
Yes.
We don't love Loki because of who Loki was in the comics. He was nobody in the comics. We didn't care about him. Tom Hiddleston made us care about Loki.
The same way.
No one cared about Iron Man.
Thank you.
In 2007.
Thank you.
Okay? It wasn't until Robert Downey Jr. made Iron Man, and then Chris Hemsworth made Thor. Even Captain America.
No one liked Captain America.
Only us nerds that cared about Captain America.
And even nerds didn't like Captain America, bro.
Yeah.
That's facts.
So it is 100% how incredible these actors have made us care for these characters.
And can I add to that too? Even with this episode, man, Tom Hiddleston is showing me more than ever his range.
He's world class.
He's a world class actor, man. Because even when you see everybody getting spaghettied, which by the way,
it's awesome.
The deja vu / PTSD of the snap came right back when watching those friends spaghetti, especially with Mobius had the Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I gotta go see my kids. And then it was very reminiscent of Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, did you know that the reason why he said he didn't feel good
was spider sense.
His spider sense.
Yeah.
In that no one else felt pain from the snap.
Does that not make that so much worse? Everyone's like, why did Parker get to say that stuff? No one else. It just happened. I was like, because Parker felt it happening. He's the only one that felt it. Everyone else, it just happened.
Dude.
Parker felt it from the start.
That sucks, bro. That sucks. I just learned that like a week or two ago. Maybe I learned it before and it just like brought it back. But the idea that he is the only one that felt the snap. That sucks, dude. But yeah, when you see everybody spaghetti, by the way, we like to hate on a lot of CGI when given the opportunity. The CGI of the spaghetti,
good.
It was really, really good. Really, really good special effects work there. So shout out to the visual effects artists over there making it happen. Over there at the slave ship known as the Disney Marvel Studios visual effects team. So shout out to all you guys. But incredible work. Keep making it happen. Keep making it happen. But no, when you see everybody kind of spaghetti away, which they were kind of showing those things. You saw the McDonald's box get spaghettied away, or the McDonald's bag spaghetti away. The shots.
McDonald's had to pay a lot of money.
She ordered 2 shots. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she ordered 2 shots. One of them went away. When Loki went to take his shot, it was gone all of a sudden. Lots of small things happening in the background. I thought a lot of that was catching my attention.
Yeah.
But I really, really like this episode. Next week's episode, I am hoping that, well, I think what's going to happen is they're going to attempt to redo the whole event of Victor Timely going out there stopping the loom. I think it's going to fail. They're going to try again and again and again and again. And you're going to see Victor Timely get spaghettied 15 times, right? Maybe not 15, but like 3 or 4 times. And then what I think is going to happen is that Loki is going to time slip back to when Sylvie stabbed He Who Remains.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I think he's going to do that. I think we're also going to see him go back to certain moments when like he first meets Mobius, because that was kind of in there. Because you see him with his TVA outfit with the collar back on.
Yeah.
And he's crying. And I think what's going to get to happen is that Loki's not going to win. He's not. I don't think this is going to be successful. I think he's okay. I don't think he's not going to win in this. But I think that we will get, at the end of this episode, a big cliffhanger, a big tease on why He Who Remains is that guy, or why Kang is that guy, and I just can't wait to see that. So I'm hoping that season 6 does not disappoint. They have a lot to cover in this very next episode. Yeah. We have a super chat from Fred Tastic.
Yeah, I was about to say, we got to say what's up to Fred.
Yeah, we got to say what's up to Fred. Fred with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for supporting the show, as you always do, Fred.
I loved his comment.
Thanks for the show. Hiddleston is an awesome Loki, but he is not James Bond. He is too pale. That's funny.
I saw that and I was like, he just got Tom Edison too pale to be James Bond.
That was funny.
That's funny.
That's good. But even him doing the wacky, wavy, inflatable stuff.
Inflatable tube man.
Inflatable tube man. But what I really, really think is we saw Loki picking all of those people for the first time. That was Mobius's introduction to the TVA. That Loki gave him his name.
Loki time slips back to the Avengers and doesn't pick up the Tesseract.
Whoa, that'd be sick.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be a crazy thing. Yeah, but I
don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But that'd be wicked. That'd be wicked smart. But I think you just saw Mobius get kidnapped, because he talks about, he's like, I want to thank whoever kidnapped me and brought me here. I think that's Loki right now doing that. He just gave Mobius his name, Mobius.
That's how he got to the TVA.
That's how he got to the TVA.
That would be crazy.
When you know how Mobius once talked about jet skis, he's like, the beautiful blend of form and function. And Loki remembers that and says it to Mobius at his house.
Yeah.
That's the first time Mobius ever heard that.
That's funny.
and then he uses that later on. So it's if you're looking at it like an Ouroboros, I think that's what you see, and that's why when you look at the TVA, they all have 1990s computers because that's what OB had.
Gotcha.
1990 computers, right? When you look at Casey, he had all those Affinity Stones. Well, guess what? He's a thief. He's probably stealing all those Affinity Stones and keeping them, smuggling them into his desk. Right? I really think that is kind of what was happening. So I would not be surprised if him collecting everybody was on purpose, and Kang wipes away everybody's memories so they don't remember the Loki of it all. I don't know if Loki ends up getting sealed away.
That's an interesting theory. I like it.
You know, but that's kind of where I'm going with it. You have anything else you want to add, bro? Fred Tastic prediction.
I'm good,
Loki,
brother. Let's go watch some football.
Yeah, he says slips back to the Avengers. Tesseract, Kingsport Cow. Cap was always cool. Not my favorite. I never cared for Captain America, bro, in the comics until they redid.
Don't get me wrong. I watched that 1980s Captain America movie and I loved it. And I loved Captain America because I was like, oh, Captain America. Never in my life did I think we would get movies centered around Captain America. I thought we would get Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man forever. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, those are the guys. Fantastic Four was huge in comic books. Mm-hmm. They were much bigger. That's why they sold them. The ones that got sold to all those other places were the ones that were making money. The ones that Marvel kept, not the ones, not the guys. Didn't catch that part in Loki. Good catch. Talking about him teaching them all the stuff. I think that's what really happened.
Yeah. That's a good thought.
Anyway, that's my predictions, guys. I know that's why you come here. You come here to hear my wacky, wavy, inflatable, arm-waving predictions.
Facts.
I know that's what this is about, so I'm here to support. But I have a whole nother reference. I'm gonna do it next week about what I think about universes and timelines to help BC understand what I mean.
All right.
But I'll get to that next week. Hopefully we have more answers next week. I do think we're going to get that Kang the Conqueror and his armor appearance. Not appearance, but that hologram. I think that's going to happen next week also. Yeah. That they teased in one of the other trailers. So lots of good stuff. Shout out to Loki season 2 so far. I'd normally be trashing a Marvel show up until this point. When we get to episode 5, episode 6, it normally starts to go off the rails. But I think it's doing a really good job of keeping pace. I'm very happy. Very, very happy with all the fantastic things that we're seeing on the streaming services. It might continue to, I'm probably going to cancel Disney Plus after this month is over because they keep raising prices.
You ain't lying, man.
It's kind of whack. I know Loki is now.
I use it so damn much, though, so.
Yeah, he says, my old man comic nerd. I know Loki is now the teller of stories, which is a character in the comics. Got that info from Coy. Oh, I didn't know Coy talked about that. Yeah. He's a god of stories. So
that tracks, though.
Yeah. So lots of good stuff to look forward to. Anything else popping this week? Five Nights at Freddy's is doing well at the box office.
Oh my god, did you watch it?
I haven't seen it. Seen it.
Huh? You know me. If they're gonna do something where they put something on TV and streaming and in theaters at the same time, I'm gonna support it on streaming. It's because I want that to work. So I definitely watched it on streaming at home.
Is it all?
And I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It's goofy. It's cheesy.
Shaggy's
in it, right? Very comical. Huh?
Shaggy's in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did not know that. And then I'm just like, Matthew Lillard. Oh, what's up, dog?
He's such a good Shaggy.
So good.
Is it on Peacock?
Yes.
Paramount Peacock? Which one's it on? Oh, Peacock? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. Yeah, man. Very happy with what we got going on right now. So, yeah, make sure you guys are back next Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Hit that like button if you guys haven't already. Helps us out. Subscribe and share. All that kind of good stuff. And BC, where can people find you out there?
Anywhere. Grind call. Social medias. Alex boy.
This is Lando.
Yeah, buddy. Go boys.
It's a Lando Project. Go Birds. Birds Cowboys game today. Game of the week. Game of the week.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, this was fun. Love you guys out there. We really, really do. We appreciate you guys for watching. Finger guns. We out.